Hello friends, this is Donna Carter speaking. Today's sermon is entitled Walking with Jesus, and this is based on Luke 24:13-35. Today we continue with more of the post-resurrection appearances of Jesus to his disciples. And today's story is one of 3 resurrection appearances which Luke recounts, where Jesus appears to 2 disciples on the road to Emmaus. The Emmaus Road story is one of my favorites. It takes place on the same day as the resurrection, the 3rd day, a Sunday, and 2 of the followers of Jesus are traveling home from Jerusalem to a town called Emmaus. This was about 8 miles from Jerusalem, and one traveler is called Cleopas and the other is unnamed. So from this we know that not only the 11 disciples were gathered, but a much bigger group of followers. As these 2 are traveling, they're discussing the events of the past week, and this stranger comes along and asks what they're talking about. And they ask him, "Are you the only stranger in Jerusalem who does not know the things that have taken place there in these days?" The irony is that he is the only person who really does know what has taken place. But they go on to explain what has happened and the confusion about the empty tomb. And they confess that Peter didn't see the risen Lord, only the empty tomb. Now, once again, it's ironical that they are seeing the Lord, but they don't even know it. They explain to him how they all thought that Jesus was the one who would redeem Israel, but the chief priests put him to death. And now with the body gone, they don't know what to think. To which the stranger replies, "How foolish you are, and slow of heart to believe all the prophets have declared. Was it not necessary that the Messiah should suffer these things and then enter his glory?" Then beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he interpreted to them the things about himself in all the scriptures. So the risen Lord revealed himself to these disciples through the scriptures, but not right away. It wasn't until they offered hospitality to this stranger and invited him in for dinner that he revealed himself in the breaking of bread. He took the bread, he blessed it, he broke it, and he gave it to them. Through this action, he revealed himself to them. And they remembered his presence in the upper room, and the feeding of the 5,000, and the countless other times when Jesus taught them around the table. The disciples recognized this stranger as Jesus himself. As soon as they recognized him, he disappeared from their sight. And what was their reaction? Wasn't it like a fire burning inside as he explained it to us? That same hour they returned to Jerusalem. A long trip, late at night, but they had to tell the others. When the risen Lord reveals himself to us, a change takes place, a metanoia, a turning from ignorance to knowledge. Our eyes are opened to a deeper reality, and we have to tell others. That's part of what we are called to do as disciples in today's world. In the midst of our Emmauses, Jesus walks with us, maybe unrecognizable, but nevertheless reveals himself to us at different points in the journey. What will our response be? Slow to believe, or the joy of the Lord with hearts burning within?